Hi, I'm Elena. I'm the head of partner management at Coinbase. Thank you all for joining us to mark the launch of the Coinbase One card, which is now available to all Coinbase One members to apply. This card isn't just another product available in your wallet. It's a glimpse into the future of credit, rewards, crypto, where consumers' earning potential is supercharged. Before we dive in, I'd like to have our panelists introduce themselves.
Thanks, Lena. I'm Max Brandsburg, lead consumer products at Coinbase, and have been thrilled to be a part of building the Coinbase One card to continue making Coinbase the best place to store and earn and grow your money.
Hey, thanks, Elena. Good morning, Max. Good morning, Michael. Great to see you. I'm Will Sterwick. I look after global network services for Express here in North America. And what that means is that we're bringing the brand and everything that stands for. We're bringing our content and everything we can bring for the customer. We're bringing our expertise. And of course, we're processing the transactions between the merchant and the card member. What's exciting about being here today is the combination of Coinbase, Cardless, and American Express, and the value we're able to bring the card member. I'm looking forward to getting into it.
Thanks. And hey, all, I'm Michael Spellfogel, founder and president of Cardless. We help brands build embedded financial services and are very proud to partner with Coinbase as a marquee partner.
Thank you. So before bringing the Coinbase One card to market, what research or signals told you that the timing was right? How did you know that consumers were ready for a credit card with Bitcoin rewards?
Maybe I'll start with that one. Look, I'm always, I don't need to tell everyone on this call the importance of crypto. But here's a data point that we found really interesting. If you look at the data from the World Economic Forum, what it actually says is that 2/3 of millennials now have almost 1/3 of their investments in crypto. So almost 2/3 of millennials, 1/3 in crypto. Just pause and think about that for a minute. It's amazing. If you then go and look at Gen Z coming through fast after that, that 1/3 is even higher. So if you just look at those data points alone, it tells you everything you need to know. And in terms of why now, I think, part of that is serendipity. We were looking for a partner who was the leader in the market, who would innovate and was customer focused. And I think Coinbase was looking for someone who could know about payments, who brand could help them break through. And together with Cardless, Coinbase, and Amex, I really think you're going to see something special, which is going to meet that emerging demand that's just so established now.
Yeah, it's a great point, Will. I mean, for us, it is a very important moment in the market. Obviously, people track crypto really closely. There's a huge emphasis on very diverse and dynamic rewards. My first job was actually working at the Point Sky. I was the 8th employee there, and learned 10 years ago that you could earn rewards for almost anything: travel, airline, hotel benefits. But the one area that was really nascent for a while was personal finance. And I think people really started getting into it with the push to digital and mobile first. And Coinbase is really a foundational part of that journey. But Bitcoin crypto rewards, it resonates with people for a lot of different reasons. I think, if you want some exposure to crypto and you're just dabbling, a rewards card is a great way to do that. You can earn up to 4% back. If you're someone that is, like Will said, a crypto enthusiast and really focused on getting as much exposure as possible, this is just another way you can use that in your financial livelihood.
Yeah, definitely agree. So Max, the Coinbase One card bridges the gap between crypto native and the crypto curious. Why do you think Coinbase is the right platform to deliver this card experience relative to crypto as a whole?
Well, it's been fantastic to see the adoption and early traction across both of those segments. The crypto native folks just get it immediately. If you're an investor in crypto, if you believe in the long-term potential of crypto, if you see Coinbase as the place to store and grow your wealth, as many people in crypto increasingly do, the Coinbase One card with up to 4% Bitcoin back just makes sense. So we've got this cohort of users already that are earning 4% on USDC on the platform, staking crypto assets to earn up to 17% rewards. You can trade spot, you can trade derivatives. Everything you need to do in your financial life can now be on Coinbase. And now you can also spend with a great credit card to earn up to 4% back. So for that cohort, it's a slam dunk. We're seeing great traction early. Now, the crypto curious is the cohort that's been really exciting to see the early traction on, even before we've expanded to GA. And this is the cohort that sees a couple of things. One is a card that disrupts the space and adds to the space with the ability to earn back in Bitcoin instead of in other asset classes. And Bitcoin, as we all know, has been the best performing asset of the last 10 years. So you can suddenly earn Bitcoin back. The 4% rewards is an eye-popping number. It means that you can earn more every time you spend. And the card is just a great experience, seamlessly integrated into the Coinbase app. It's a premium card that feels good. It provokes a great conversation around Bitcoin and crypto and what the future of money looks like. And so for both of these cohorts, we're seeing the crypto natives go deeper into Coinbase using their card, and crypto curious getting a taste of what crypto can be, what Bitcoin can be, and then starting to use more features and managing more of their financial life on Coinbase. So it's a combination of the technology is ready across each of these areas. And I think that people are ready to start to disrupt the sort of financial services that they've historically gotten with this great new offering that's become available because of this partnership across Amex, Cardless, and Coinbase.
So the Coinbase One card bridges the gap between the crypto native and the crypto curious. Why do you think Coinbase is the right platform to deliver this card experience relative to the crypto space as a whole?
Yeah, so the card has had great early adoption. Of course, we're just expanding to general availability, but we've seen more than $100 million of spend on the card. We see users that are adopting the card, making it their top of wallet card, the number one card that they reach for whenever they have to spend. So average spend for the card is about $3,000 a month. And folks just love it. It's become a part of their everyday financial life. And the nice thing about it, and how seamlessly it's integrated into the Coinbase app, is that people are getting even more value out of it than a typical card. So then, after earning Bitcoin back, for example, the Coinbase app allows you to borrow USDC against that Bitcoin so that you can use USDC without having to sell your Bitcoin. Or you can swap it into other assets. You can use it for other things on the platform. So we are seeing this really seamless integration of the card as both your number one everyday spending card and a core part of your financial life, where crypto and non-crypto financial use cases are increasingly blurring. And that's only made possible by this kind of partnership with Amex, a trusted brand in financial services that can come together with Coinbase, the most trusted brand in crypto. And that's just delivering an experience for customers. That's really what they're looking for, which is just trust in financial services that can help them grow their wealth.
And how does the card fit into Coinbase's overall vision for crypto and financial services? Are we seeing early feedback from users on how it fits into their lifestyle?
So at Cardless, we believe the future of financial services is embedded in brands' world. And nowhere is that more true than in the Coinbase app and ecosystem. This can be your one-stop shop for all sorts of financial services. We're so grateful for this partnership, the benefits that American Express brings to bear, and the whole ecosystem that we can help power together.
Yeah, and ultimately, there are still so many consumer credit cards out there with a variety of different rewards options. So where do you all see the Coinbase One card fitting into that mix?
Yeah, I mean, let me speak to this. First of all, we see a lot of credit cards in the market. We power over a dozen of them, and Coinbase's product really stands out. I think the first thing is that, like Max said, it is truly deeply integrated in Coinbase's ecosystem. So it is just a seamless experience. It's frictionless, and it's a really easy to use product. The second you click apply and you're approved, you can use the product right away. You can add it to your mobile wallet, to Apple Pay, see your card number, so you don't have to wait for it to come in the mail. And then I think once you start using it, the benefits really speak for itself. People usually get a credit card for one of two reasons. Either there's a logical economic benefit, the rewards are really good, in other words, or there's sort of this emotional, irrational reason. Maybe you like flying on an airline, but I think with Coinbase, and I've got my card right here, so I'll show it, like they have both. There's that emotional, irrational response when you see that card, the Genesis block. It is a historical, piece of history almost. And then you've got the economic reason, which is the rewards are fantastic. You can earn up to 4% back in crypto. And there are a bunch of benefits around the product that really make it unique and make it stand out.
Okay, I would only add to that. Look, there's no one size fits all out there. There are many choices for the consumer, but there's no doubt that if you are focused on crypto and you're focused on changing your everyday spend into a long-term crypto investment, then the Coinbase One Amex card is the card that you should look at. And what you should expect from American Express on that are some things you normally expect, which is great protections, some terrific experiences, and some terrific offers delivered through our offers program. And as Max and Michael were both talking to, the trick here is to integrate all that value seamlessly into the Coinbase environment.
Yeah, I think those are great points. The thing I'll add, maybe just getting back to that great question, Elena, you had about the crypto curious, is that it's also a great way to start building a crypto investment portfolio. So unlike almost any other investment product where you have to make an upfront investment to start to get access to that asset class, suddenly you can just spend the way you would normally spend and start to build your Bitcoin portfolio on Coinbase. And that's a really powerful thing for folks who have maybe thought about getting into crypto for some time. They've seen different macro factors that are evolving. They see, fear or risk about inflation of the US dollar. They see excitement about growth of Bitcoin as a hedge against the dollar. Whatever the factors may be that you're looking at, this is a great way to start building your Bitcoin stack and see that grow, start to get exposure to crypto by just spending the way you would every day. So it's a really powerful way to, I think, help people who are already in crypto deepen that experience, get more out of the Coinbase platform, get better discounts, better earnings, better rewards, and for new folks to enter the space and to start to get exposure.
Yeah, definitely. So ultimately, this collaboration will be a great case study on building innovation across fintech, crypto, and payments. What surprised you most about working with Coinbase, and what lessons can other innovators take away from this journey?
Yeah, Elena, look, let me take a go at that. I think, I don't know what it looks like from the outside or what we totally expected from the inside, but you could come up with a hypothesis that the cultures at Amex and Coinbase would be totally different. But actually, what we found was just a massive commonality, and it was founded with a mutual obsession for the customer. What is the right customer value? What is the right customer experience? What is the right customer service? And I think that just made everything happen. And to your question about, what I might recommend is kind of an old school answer, which is get in the room together. I think once we did that and we just focused on the customer and what the right answer was for that, then everything could kind of come from that. How would we get there? How would we build it? How would we reach commercial terms, etc. If you're focused on the customer together, then the rest follows naturally. And it's been a terrific partnership.
Yeah. And I think for me, the thing that surprised me the most was the attention to detail on Coinbase's side and the speed, the bias towards action. And we are a startup, we're a young company, Coinbase is too, but as a publicly traded business with obviously both Coinbase and Amex are, you would expect things to move slowly, but I actually found the opposite was true.
Yeah, that I'll just underscore that. I know you guys both said it, but I think it really started from a place of all of us coming together and saying we want to make the most rewarding, the most compelling, the most delightful product that's ever existed. Not just in crypto, but as much of a just showstopper, eye-opening product as we can. And all three of us, all three companies, were just 2 feet in on that mission, and that made everything else make sense. So I think it really just comes from that shared premise of building something that could really be excellent and could usher in this new wave where people are merging their crypto and non-crypto financial lives, and where Coinbase can kind of be this platform that people are storing and earning and growing their wealth in one place. So it's really been a delight to work across these teams.
Yeah, efficient execution at its finest. Looking ahead, how do you see collaborations like the Coinbase One card shaping and expanding crypto's role in mainstream financial partnerships?
Yeah, maybe I'll start with that. Coinbase over the last couple of years has really proven to be the trusted partner for large companies that are trying to serve their customer bases and help people get into crypto. And it's been awesome to see that play out with American Express. It's been great to see that play out with other large companies where, as Will said, companies are seeing their customers have a proclivity towards crypto, want to get exposure to crypto, want to participate in the emerging trends in this space. And Coinbase has been out on the vanguard of that for over a decade now, really deeply understanding those customer needs, building the technology that can enable folks to serve those customers, and figuring out ways to partner with people to bring them into the space. So I think we'll continue to do that. I think that from the customer's perspective, it's no longer a niche segment of people that want access to crypto. It is increasingly the majority of all people in the world that want access to crypto, want to be able to hold crypto, want to be able to use crypto. And Coinbase is really the best position to do that from a trust, technology, regulation, licenses perspective, to be able to support all of these partners. So we'll continue to do that. And I think we're very grateful to partners like American Express who are going on that journey with us.
Yeah. So from my perspective, at Cardless, we believe that the future of financial services is embedded in brands' worlds. And, no place is that more true than at Coinbase. So I think, touching on what Max said, it's the start of the journey is the credit card. But I think people will very quickly realize that you can do all of your financial planning, all of your financial services, all of those touch points in one place, from wiring and ACHs and debit cards and now credit cards too. This can be a one-stop shop. And I think we look forward to supporting products and features that make it so people can get all of their access, all their things done in one place. And the most important thing is that we have a foundational partnership that can scale, that is broad, and we can rely on amazing benefits from Amex and from the Coinbase ecosystem to go do that.
Look, I would just add to that firstly, Amex doesn't partner with everyone. We're pretty select, right? And we like to go deep and we like to go broad. So we're excited by the announcement today. But for instance, we've already partnered with Base, part of the Coinbase family, a few weeks ago, and announced a new benefit called Passport for our proprietary card members. We're working and talking across multiple areas of the company of how we can partner more deeply. So I'm incredibly excited, of course, by the announcement today, and even more excited by what we'll be announcing in the future.
Yeah, and so thank you all for being here today to celebrate the general availability launch of the Coinbase One card. You can get out and apply now.